Alright, the day is here. We're unboxing the Fanatec Clubsport V3 pedals. Alright, let's see what we got here. The difference. Oh, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Alright. Is that little extra. Okay. Oh, and here's the 1,000 iRating coupon that I was promised that I would get with this. So no one used that code. That's for me. That's for me. All right. What the? Hey guys, it's Justin, your friendly Arca farmer here. I decided to finally upgrade my G29 pedals because they've been a bit on the fritz lately. So today, I will give you guys my first reaction to the Fanatec V3 pedals and let you know if they're worth upgrading for an oval racer specifically. I see a lot of YouTube videos talking about the road aspect of iRacing with the V3 pedals, but I'm not much of a right turner, so I think I can give a perspective of a NASCAR driver fairly well. My crappy Driving Force GT pedals got me to 4,000 iRating. My G29 pedals got me to 6,000 iRating. We'll see if these can take me to the next level. Real quick, I would really appreciate it if you guys liked the video. It'll help me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Alright, now let's get to the reaction. Alright, so this is going to be my first on-track experience with the V3 pedals. I'm going to start it easy here, Arca at Charlotte. Then we're going to try a little more intensive track. Richmond in the trucks probably is what I'm the most comfortable with right now to test that out. So we'll see if we can feel any difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a race run after I get used to these pedals, maybe a couple laps here. And then I'm going to do a race run, maybe 20 laps or so. And I'll just cut that mostly for you guys, and then we'll see if I have any difference in tire wear, lap times, or whatnot. And but first off, I'm just going to explain my feelings right now. So as I get loose there, I'm trying to get the car loose. I definitely felt it in the throttle, but I don't know if this is just because it's brand new or not, but I almost felt the car in my visual cue more than I felt it in the pedal. But you see here, now, yeah. Now I felt it in the pedal before I got the visual cue, so that definitely can be useful. Okay. The vibration is almost scaring me to press down further a little bit, but that'll be really good for saving tire. 0.234. Didn't feel much vibration in that corner in the pedal, just the tiniest bit, and that's how I knew I was pushing it a little hard. I think my first impression is this might make hot lapping a little harder, because it might scare me a little bit. 30.915. Try to really get this corner fast here. See, there's so much vibration in the pedal, but I just gotta trust the car. I can't just rely on the vibration itself. I gotta use a combination of what I know and what I feel. So you see, I dove that in a little further than I wanted to. Pedal shaking the whole time here. And that's how I know I'm killing the tires. So that's very good information. So the pedal, the throttle, is shaking just a tiny bit even before the car seems to show looseness. And then when your car actually gets loose, the intensity picks up. I haven't lost that much speed here at least, which is good. I was hoping I wouldn't be having to relearn from the ground up. But the throttle itself, it feels mostly the same as the G29. It's a little stiffer in the sense that once I get past the initial press down motion, there's a little more resistance along the axis in the throttle than there is in the G29. G29 is very soft. I think I understand these pedals pretty well, and then we're gonna try to jump into a full race run, try to save tires, and see what we end up at. Comparing my practice runs between the G29 and V3 pedals, I was honestly expecting the G29s to be quite a bit faster than the V3s, since I'm not yet accustomed to the V3s. But surprisingly, the lap times and tire wear were almost even. You can see some marginally better times on short runs for the G29 pedals, and maybe slightly better wear as well. Just like in my first reaction, I had a hard time trusting the car to run super fast lap times due to the nature of the car being so on edge. My initial reaction is to not want any vibration from the pedals at all, so that'll have to be something I have to get used to on the V3s. What I really enjoyed about the V3s though is that the tire saving becomes more intuitive, more based on a feeling. I am able to save tires with the G29 pedals because of the combination of visual cues, tire sounds, and prior practice and knowledge. By adding this extra feeling, that extra piece of data that the V3 pedals bring, I can often understand if my line is causing tire wear in real time instead of a more intuition and trial and error based approach. So the difference with large ovals is subtle but potentially important. Now on to Richmond, which is where we can test out the brake feeling. Full disclosure, I took the rubber damper out of my G29 brake pedal because I strongly dislike the feeling of that dumb piece of rubber. Because of this, I am extremely accustomed to soft and linear brake pedals. The settings that I use to accommodate for this on my V3s and the settings that I recommend for anybody switching over from G29s at first is minimum brake force on the Fanatec control panel, minimum brake force factor in your iRating settings, and softest setting on your pedal hardware. My first impression is that the benefits of the V3 pedals are more pronounced at Richmond, partially because I'm using both pedals to fuller capacity, and partially because the difference between pedal feel and tire noise becomes wider at the slower tracks. I noticed at the slower corner speeds, I would start feeling the tires in my feet well before the tire sounds became apparent to my ears, and sometimes the sounds never even came at all. With the G29s, I would sometimes slide or lock up entry in situations where I did not expect that to happen, but with the V3s I would receive a warning slightly before this point, to where I would have a small amount of time to correct to the point where I would never have to have my brakes lock up on corner entry. So the difference on short tracks is apparent and helpful for your confidence. The footage you are seeing is about a week after I got the pedals, with maybe an hour of racing on them per day. At this point, I'm more used to the V3 pedals, to the point where my G29s are the ones that are starting to feel a little weird when I switch back to them. I can confidently say that these pedals, the V3s, have the potential to improve my driving. I'm still working on overcoming the hot lap challenges with these pedals that I was talking about. Turning a perfect hot lap on most tracks requires the pedals to be screaming at you at some point in the lap. I'm confident I can get used to this with time though. The real benefits to these pedals though are the sturdy hardware, the increased immersion, and the extra feel it gives you during race runs. I'm all about the feeling of the load cell brake pedals, but the real difference that the box was talking about is the tactical foot massager that's built into the pedals. Alright, let's get to the tough questions. Do I think these V3 pedals will make me a faster, better racer? Let's tackle these questions one at a time. I do not believe that these pedals will make me a faster driver for hot lap or short run, and I doubt that anyone will gain any significant speed from hooking up the V3s when coming from the G29 pedals. But on ovals, I believe the V3s can make you a better, more consistent driver. These pedals are not magic and will not instantly make you better on long run, but they are a tool that is unavailable with the G29s. The best comparison I can make is imagine you're driving without tire sounds. You can still rip a fast lap, you can still save tires, but you'll have to rely more on visual and prior knowledge and less on feeling and reactions. V3s can provide a sort of crutch when your knowledge and intuition fails, because for the most part it kicks in before visual and audio cues. Are V3s worth the price? Yes and no. The extra set of information these pedals provide is well worth the price for anybody getting serious about iRacing, but it is far from a requirement to be fast on ovals. I can only fully recommend V3s to somebody who cares about the extra immersion of the load cell brake and already understands oval racing concepts to a certain degree. I would estimate this to maybe people around 2500 iRating oval and above. I hesitate to call this an upgrade that is guaranteed to improve your results in iRating, because if you put in the work and understand oval races further, I believe that a Logitech G29 series wheel and pedal can take you as far as you want to go. Maybe the V3s will allow you to pick up some concepts a little quicker, but the V3s will only go as far as the driver is willing to take them. Thanks for watching. If you found any of this video helpful, I would really appreciate if you liked this video. Also subscribe if you're interested in iRacing oval guides or other helpful videos like this. Feel free to join my Discord in the description where you can submit clips and I'll provide feedback on them for you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the track.